So I'll go ahead to measure to my armhole or chest line, which is 8.5. My bust point is 11, and then the half length is 17 inches. Now I'm going to be marking the same thing on this side so that I'll be able to get a straight line. Now I'll just use my ruler to connect all the lines this way. So for better understanding, this is my half length, this is my bust point, and this is the chest line. So I'll divide my shoulder measurement by 2 and mark it. I'll be marking the same thing on the chest line, so I'll be able to get a straight line and connect it this way. Now the neckline I'm using is going to be 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches for the front. Now after marking it, I'm just going to be coming down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slant for the front, 1.5. I would connect it. Now you can divide your armhole here by 2 or just go over by 2.5 inches. Then you're going to be coming in by 0.5 or 0.75. Divide your round bust measurement by 4, mark it, then go ahead to connect your armhole curve just the way you're seeing in this video. So the next thing we're going to do is divide our nipple to nipple measurement by 2, to mark it here and mark it on the half length. Now from the bust point, you're going to be coming down by 1 inches just the way you're seeing in this video. Connect it to that 1 inches. Now I'll be opening it up with 0.75 on both sides. You can do 0.5 inches. Now after opening the dart, I'll go ahead to connect it in this form. Now I'll come to my bust point, divide my round bust measurement by 4. I'll do the same thing for the waist, divide it by 4, and then I'm going to be returning this dart. For me, I only added 1. I minused half inches just for a little bit of snatch. I'll go ahead to connect it. I'll be adding 1 inches for sewing allowance on all sides. I would go ahead to connect it. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is to get the difference between our front and our back. Now my front half length is 17 inches. That of the back is 15. I'm going to be minusing 17 from 15, which is going to give me 2 inches. Now that 2 inches is what I'm going to be marking from that bust point downwards. So I'll mark 2 inches like so. Now I'll connect it to this point, but I'm going to be coming out by 1 inch from that point this way. Then I'll go ahead to connect it. Basically that is it for the front. Now I'm going to be adding sewing allowance to rate of half inch all the way. Now the next thing you want to do is to cut it, but before cutting it, just go ahead and close it up this way and blend it in. You can decide not to do it and it will still fit. Now after blending it out this way, you go ahead to cut it. Now after cutting it, we're just going to go straight into drafting the back. So for the back, you're going to go down to your chest line or armhole, which is 8.5, and then to the back half length, which is 15 inches for mine. Please make sure you take your own body accurate measurement. I'm going to be marking the same thing this side so that I'll be able to connect the lines together to give me like a straight line. Now I'm going to be coming in with 1 inches here for my zip allowance. I'll go ahead to connect it. Now this is me basically writing the zip allowance here so that you would follow and tag along. Now all our measurement is going to be starting from this line. Now I'll divide my shoulder measurement by 2. I'll be marking the same thing on the chest line so that I'll be able to connect this line straight. Now for the back neck opening, I'm going to be doing 3.5 inches by 1 inches for the back part. For the front, we did 3.5 by 3.5, right? Now for the back, I did 3.5 by 1 inches. I'll go ahead to connect it this way. Now the shoulder slant for the back is going to be 1 inches. Remember we did 1.5 for the front. The back is 1 inches. I'll extend it out this way. I'll divide whatever I have here by 2 to get the midpoint, and then I'm going to be going in with 0.5 inches. Now I'll divide my round bust measurement by 4 just so I'll be able to connect my armhole just the way we did for the front. Is the same thing I am doing here. Now the next thing I want to do is to divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2, mark it, and then I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch from that point. I'll mark it. Now I'll be marking 4 inches down here, then I'll connect it to this point. I'll be opening it up with 0.5 inches for the back. I'm doing 0.5 inches for the back. I'll go ahead to connect the points this way. I'll divide my round waist measurement by 4. I'll add the dart intake we took, and then I'll connect it. I'll be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance, just the same way I added for the front. Now I'll come down here and add 0.75 inches joining allowance. Okay, so moving forward for the zip allowance, we're going to be going in with 0.75 inches. You can do 0.5, but 0.75 is okay for me. I'll connect it upward this way. Now I'm going to be going up here by 0.5 inches because I want to remove the excess from the back. So I'm just going to connect it this way and then go ahead to cut. Basically that is all with the drafting of the back. Trust me when I tell you the drafting is very easy. Now when you bring the front pattern and the back pattern together, you notice that the front is more than the back parts. Now when you close up this dart, everything is going to blend in this way. Now this pattern, you can use it for simple basic tops. You don't need to start drafting another one. That is the advantage of pattern. Well, at this point, this is me transferring it to fabric. The sewing part is very simple and straight to the point. Now this is me using pin to poke on that apex point, the point where we started marking the dart, right? I'm doing the same thing on the back part. Now why I put that pin, I'm going to be notching the sides dart so that it will be easier for us to sew when we are done cutting it out, right? Now I'm going to be opening it up this way. Now that part where the paint are showing, just go ahead to use your chalk or your marker to indicate it. Now this is very easy for you. It makes it easier for you when sewing your dart or when transferring your dart from pattern to fabric. Now I'm going to be removing the pin and the pattern. Now this is the point where we notched and the point where we mark the darts. Now it makes it very easy for you to just mark your dart on your fabric. So basically, after transferring the dart from the pattern to the fabric, I'm just using my chalk to trace it out. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine, weave it around, and I'm going to be stitching the dart. And I'm going to be repeating the same thing for the front part as well. This is me marking out the darts. Now after marking it, I'll go ahead to stitch all the side darts, and at the same time I'll go ahead to weave it. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notification to be notified anytime I upload new video. Okay, so now for the back part, this is it after I was done stitching the dart on both sides, and I also went ahead to weave it and give it a good press. Now the same thing I did for the front as well. Now for the front, you're going to be noticing that this part is a little bit full. Now it is okay because that is the part that is going to accommodate your boob, so you are on track. There's nothing wrong with your pattern. Now I'm going to be cutting the interfacing for the front and that of the back. Now from the shoulder line, you're going to be measuring how wide you want it to be. Now I'm going to be using 2.5 inches. I'll cut out the neckline, and then I also cut out the shoulder slants to that 2.5. Now I'm going to be marking 2.5 all around. That is the measurement I want for the interface. Now you can do 1 inches for your interface, which is still okay. I'm going to be doing the same thing for the back. Now this is what it looks like, and also for the back part, I also cut out the same thing using the same measurement, and this is what it looks like. Now I'll take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to be stitching it now, so that we're going to be flipping it to the wrong side. So for the back interface, I'm not going to be stitching it completely. I'm going to be leaving it halfway, so that after I'm done adding the zip, I'll be able to close it up. Now this is what it looks like after I was done and the interface. I'm not going to be ironing it now. I'm going to be leaving it. After we're done sewing, then I'll iron. Now I'm going to be stitching the back zip allowance. Now I'm going to stitch zip allowance, then so that it will enable me to be able to shape the dress, right? Now after shaping it, this is what it looks like. Like I told you, I had to close up the zip allowance so that the shaping will be easier for me to do. Okay, so now the next one we're going to be working on is this straight fabrics by the side, right? Now we're going to be cutting out two of it, but for the back we're going to be dividing it into two. Now the length I used is 67 inches, right? Now this is for the front. The front is straight, but for the back we're going to be dividing it into two. The same measurement I used for the front is the same thing I used exactly for the back. Now the full length I am working with for this top is 22 inches. Now my half length for the front is 17 inches. We're going to be using the half length to cut out the remaining part of this top. Now I'm placing my tape on minus 17 inches. Now I am using 22 inches. I added extra 1 inches, which is 23, right? Now if I measure it this way, I have 6 inches. So I'm going to be cutting 6 inches for front and back. Now remember that this fabric is on fold. Now for the front, I'm going to get it on fold and notch the midpoint and keep it aside, right? Now for the back, this is how the back is going to look like. One is going to go to this side, and then the other one is going to be placed on this other side. Then we'll go ahead to attach the zip in this form. Okay, now I'm going to be opening the zip allowance I stitched earlier, and now I'm going to be taking the front measurements. Now from this side seam to this other side stitch, now I have like 14 inches thereabouts, right? I have 14 inches. Now I am going to be bringing the front piece this. Remember, this is on fold, and now I notch the midpoint. So I'm going to divide that 14 inches by 2. After dividing it by 2, I'm going to place it on this midpoint. I'm going to distribute 7 on one side. I'm going to reproduce 7 on the other side this way. That's to give me that 14. I'm going to be notching each point, right? And from that part I notched, I'm going to sew it all the way down this way. I'll repeat the same thing on this side, right? Now for the back, I'm going to be measuring from one side to the zip allowance. I have 7.5. I'm going to repeat the same measurement on the other side. I also have the same thing. Now I'm going to measure 7.5 on this side. Now where I measure 7.5, I'm going to notch it. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to stitch from one end to the other end in this form. Now this is after I was done stitching it, and then I made sure to notch this part so by the time we turn it to the right side, it's going to relax very well. I did the same thing for the front. Now I'm going to turn it to the right side. Now the next thing you want to do is to give it a very good press. Now iron it, and then I'll go ahead to weave this side. So now this is how we're going to be adding it to the upper part of this dress. Now you're going to bring it this way. Now this is the front part, right? Now you're going to place it You're going to be sewing it from this side seam where I am touching. You're going to sew it from that side to this other side seam. You're going to be stopping there. Now for the back part, you're going to be starting from one side seam to the other side seam. Let me show you on the sewing machine. Now this is the side seam, right? Now you're going to sew from that side seam all the way through. And this is how it looks after you're done. Now after sewing it, you're going to be having it like this is the midpoint. This is the side seam. So this is where they are going to meet. Yours should also look like this. Now the next thing I want to do is to go ahead to add the zip. Right now I'm done adding the zip. Now I'm going to open up the zip like this, like I said earlier, and then I'm going to use the interfacing to close it up, and then I'll go ahead to stitch it. Now after stitching it, the next thing I want to do is to give it a good press. I'm going to be adding my sleeve to it. If you want me to show you how to add the sleeve, please let me know. And basically this is it after I was done with the ironing and everything. Now in less than 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how I was able to achieve this version of my own skirts. Now this fabric is going to be folded into two. Now I'm trimming out this roughness. Now place your tape from this other point. You can place it from any point, from here, or from this other side. Now I'm going to be placing it from this apex point. Then you're going to make sure the tape is relaxing very straight to meet this point here that I'm pointing, right? Now you're going to take the length of your skirt. Now my length is 38. I added 2 inches, which made it 40. Now from that 40, I'm going to mark whatever I have remaining and connect it all the way around this way. Okay, so now this curve is now my waistline. Now from here to here, I'm going to measure whatever I have there, so that it's going to balance with the one by this side, because from here to here is shorter than this other side, right? So I have 19 and a half. Now I'm going to be measuring 19 and a half here, so that it's going to be the same thing with the other side. Now from that 19 and a half, I'm going to connect it down using my ruler this way to that apex point, right? Now I'm going to measure whatever I have here, so that I'm going to balance it with that other side. Now I have 35 and a half. Now I'm going to mark 35 and a half inches this way, right? Now we measured 19 and a half earlier, remember, so I'm going to mark 19 and a half so that it is going to blend. Now this is me marking 19 and a half. I'm going to connect it to the straight line, and I'm just going to blend this part inward like this. Basically that is it on how to achieve this skirt. Now just go ahead to cut it out. Now if you have more fabric, you can add as many as you want. This is the remaining fabric I had, so it's not as full as I want. Now this is what it looks like. We'll go straight into the sewing. Now I'll go ahead to weave it. I'll weave it all around. I'm also going to be weaving the pockets as well. Then I'll come back to show you what next to do. Now, but before stitching it, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inches before attaching the pockets on both sides. Now, this is what it looks like after I was done attaching the pockets and weaving it. Now, right side facing right side, I'll go ahead to shape it by the side, following half an inch. I'll shape it all around like so. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So basically after sewing it, this is what it looks like. This is the pocket on one side and also the pocket on the other side. Now the next thing you want to do is to go ahead to weave it before hemming it, or you can just go ahead to double hem it, like just without weaving it, right? And lastly, the next thing you want to do is just to go ahead to add the waistband to it, and this skirt is ready. If you don't understand any parts, please do well to watch it over and over again. Now this is the look. Mine is not full, but this is okay. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.